Okay, this is so fun. I have been wanting to put this together for a long time and honestly was probably a little chicken shit to do it. But after Dallas, I kind of had a fire lit right there. And I've had a lot of really wonderful conversations with so many people in my world that have supported me, Christy, you, of course, being at the top of that list in all my endeavors and really how I've grown my business with my holistic nutrition practice and any products that really aligned. And of course, in the last year, working with LifeVantage, understanding the power of activation and what it does not only for the body, but I really want to emphasize about the business model and where we are positioned right now in the marketplace to truly help people. Not only that, but how can we serve ourselves, which I think we get so like weirded out by talking about money. And I wanted to just rip the band-aid off and talk about it. And no one's better than Tanya to talk about it, give context to why this business I see is different. You guys, a lot of you know my experience in Beachbody and various network marketing companies. Tanya's got her own story. We all do. But this just sits so much different. And I think you'll feel it and experience it through hopefully my energy and those of you that I've talked to, but also just Tanya's way of delivering it. It's just like impeccable. And her longevity in the business, I think, speaks volumes to the staying power that LifeVantage has. So Tanya's going to run through it and we're going to really try and respect everyone's time. I know we've got a lot that are going to jump on the recording, which is awesome. But I want you guys to really be here with an open heart and an open mind. I was not looking to get back into another business. I did Beachbody for 17 years. Many of us have been in this industry for a super long time. We've been burned. We've been stung. We've been like told no more times than probably anybody should, but that's the nature of the business. But it was truly a God-led thing that brought me to Tanya as a friend. We had a foundation of a friendship, and then we just kind of started to talk about what we did. We both very aligned with what we did in the wellness industry, but I had no idea what she did. And I said, you know what? I'm not looking to get into anything, but I'm open-minded about products that could serve my clients and align with what I do. So God kept calling me back, calling me back. And so I was a fly on the wall for a very long time to learn what activation is. And so I think it is super important to learn the context to activation. And Tanya's going to walk us through all of that. So with that, Tanya, I'm going to let you kind of run with it since I know that I could be really wordy and I'm working on that.
Thanks, sister. Okay, hi everybody. I am super glad that this is like a business forward meeting. We don't do those often. You are going to hear, of course, a little bit about our products because that's a part of our company story. But like Taryn said, I got introduced to LifeVantage because the person that introduced it to me knew that I had been a part of 7 other network marketing companies previously. Like I love direct selling. I love network marketing. I loved it from the minute I was introduced to Mary Kay when I was in college. Like I just wanted to, I chased in those 7 companies a better me. I just wanted to grow myself. I knew that God put me here for a purpose, and I knew that I was made to do big things. And I just believed with all my heart that I was going to find that person through network marketing because all I met through network marketing, like my experiences were great. I met confident people making money, having fun, and really loving life. And that just made sense to me. Where else was I going to get that? So, and I wanted to have freedom of my time as well. So LifeVantage came into my life in 2011. The timing of it was me being a stay-at-home mom at high noon, ready to finally do the thing and do it the right way and do it as scared as I was and be completely coachable and work through the fear no matter what. And that's what I've done step by step by step. And now it's been just over 14 years. My husband at the time was like a walking time bomb. He had so many things wrong with him, you guys. He'd get food stuck in his throat all the time. He'd always have to get stretched. Type 2 diabetic, gout, high blood pressure, high triglycerides, like nothing was working for him. And he literally thought that that would just be his life, that he would just be medicated for the rest of his life to regulate everything that he was going through. And little did we know that this little yellow pill would change it all. So about LifeVantage, okay, we became a company in 2009. It all stemmed from an ABC investigative report. We are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We have sold over $2 billion in products. We have been featured in publications like NASDAQ or like Newsweek. We were the only direct selling company in this Newsweek publication that talked about forward thinking technology. And our story with activation put us in that magazine. We are debt free. And because we are debt free, that is how we acquired and partnered with another company that you're going to hear about that brought us in this incredible new product that is making everything within our sphere right now go at a very rapid pace. As we're talking to you right now, whenever you watch this replay, there are like multiple other Zoom presentations happening all around the country, probably all around the world. So a lot is happening. Like Taryn said, we are the activation company. We are about giving you products that when you take them, your body makes what it needs. Because if your body takes it, it can regulate it. If your body makes it, it can regulate it. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to take a blend of plants and herbs, the right ingredients in the right amounts that turn on activation, turn on switches like enzymes, hormones, peptides in your body to get your body doing what it needs to do. Again, that is our messaging. That is our slogan. We take it to make it, empowering your bodies to make the things that it needs necessary for better health. And that also means a fatter wallet, okay? Like I said, I wasn't chasing the perfect product. I was chasing income. We never had extra money at the end of the month. It was always so tight and so frustrating. And I hated every time my husband would do the checkbook. So this is just a little overview right here, a pretty little picture of some of the activators that we have within LifeVantage that you'll get to know about. Any questions that you have, just get back to Taryn. She'll show you everything that we have. There's a wide array. But like I said, it's started with an ABC investigative report done in 2005. John Quinones went in to do an investigative report on our flagship product, Protandim. He literally interviewed the scientists that created and put together Protandim. They did a blood test on John Quinones during this investigative report that never ends positive. It always ends negative, and usually they're chasing somebody down in the parking lot. But after they did that blood test, they found that after 30 days, they could not distinguish the blood between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. So a lot of people wanted the product, but this researcher and scientist had no idea that that's what was going to happen. So he didn't have the infrastructure to get the product out to people. I can't tell you how many people in my life in the last 14 years that are part of other network marketing companies have said, I wish we had something like your ABC investigative report. It never gets old. It was done in 2005 and it's as relevant today as it ever has been because it talks about oxidative stress. And terms like oxidative stress, nobody knew what that was back then. But you hear it on every health podcast today. People know what oxidative stress is. They know what mitochondrial dysfunction is. They know what NAD is. They know what peptides are. Okay. And we round out and have all of that. So after that ABC report, they just put it into place. They tried infomercials and they also put it in the retail shelves. But it was a nondescript bottle just sitting in a retail shelf like a GNC, and no one knew what it did sitting on a store shelf. So it did not sell very well. So they were actually going to sell off the company. But the attorney that they brought in to sell it off, he said, there's a story here to be told. What if you just change your distribution method and put it in the hands of people? And the board of directors, they were kind of against it, but they said, as long as we keep it on the store shelves, let's put it in the hands of people and see what happens. And you guys, when you find something you love, you don't gatekeep it. Like you tell people about it, right? We all know that's what direct selling is. So when they put it in the hands of people, they tripled their sales and we were off to the races. They took it off the retail market, never to be put back there. And now we are LifeVantage, a network marketing company, started in 2009, and we are just getting started. Okay. The big thing with our flagship product, Protandim, when you put, because it lowers oxidative stress, and when you put the term oxidative stress into a site called pubmed.gov, it's where all researchers and scientists go for their information. You can put, this is what I did. I typed in oxidative stress, and then you see all these conditions on this chart. I put in as many as I could think of that affected my family history. And every time I did, it did not say no results found. It brought up studies. So I'm this Midwestern girl taking a multivitamin, not knowing what it's supposed to do for me, probably wasn't even absorbing it. And then somebody shares with me this product that lowers oxidative stress and then tells me oxidative stress is linked to everything in my family history. I can do the math. Like that just meant that this should be something that I take for the rest of my life so that maybe I can have a higher chance of not getting what has affected my family. I don't have a crazy story, but I'll tell you what, 14 years later, I continue to feel really, really, really good. And I continue to just, I don't know, I know that my quality of life is going to be there for my kids, for my grandchildren, and just give me a really good life. Unlike a lot of people, I think that we're seeing, I don't think we're seeing that with our parents today, with their generation. It's too easy for them to succumb to what's happening to them and just think it's how it's supposed to be. It's not. It's not how it's supposed to be. We have answers for that. This is one of the studies. So after the ABC report aired, they said there were doctors and researchers all over the world that said if your product does what you say it's going to do, and we know oxidative stress is bad, we want to study it with other conditions. Now, when you take Protandim Nerf 2, it activates a pathway in your body that allows your body to make antioxidants. Not taking them, you're making them. That pathway is called NRF2, NRF2. So Washington State University has studied that pathway, and it says this may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That was not done by our company. That was done by Washington State University. We activate this pathway that they say may become the most preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That's a big deal, okay? So you take Protandim Nerf 2, one yellow pill a day, and your body will make antioxidants. And did you know that your own antioxidants are more than 1 million times more powerful than any supplement you can take? You're going to have to take a lot of broccoli, a lot of blueberries, a lot of oranges to get what your body is able to make on its own when it has the right blend of ingredients. So we took Protandim and we branded Protandim into 3 pathways. So we're going to lower oxidative stress. That's our flagship product. We're going to boost mitochondria, the energy of the cell, and we're going to make sure you have NAD functioning and cleaning out that cell. Those are our 3 Protandims. Now, every time we ask ourselves, what else can we activate? When we come up with that product, we always then ask, how does it work with Protandim Nerf 2, our flagship product? And there's always magic that happens. And there was magic that happened with these 3 Protandims when they put them together. We call it our Tri-Synergizer. And when you take them together, it will increase each of their potential by a lot. So you'll see on this chart in the gray is the product individually, and in the blue is what happens when you take all 3 together. Like we're talking about the healthy inflammatory response is upregulated by 838%. That is a big deal. And I just want you to know the Tri-Synergizer, menopausal women, this will be your best friend. You're a best friend. Someone asked me today about PCOS. I looked in our customer site for stories. Tri-Synergizer was attached to it. People feeling better than they ever have. Okay, so then we also came out with collagen. I'm going to highlight this real quickly because everybody knows what collagen is. There's all kinds of collagen on the market. but I will let you know that our collagen has 10 collagen strands in it. I still don't know of another collagen on the market that has 10 in it. I think the closest may be 6 or 7. We've got 10 in there. And we also, when you take it, you are activating your body to make its own collagen. Okay. And yes, we put it with Protandim. These two together are called our Healthy Glow Stack. So you're making antioxidants, and those antioxidants you're making with Protandim is even enhanced when it's put with collagen. And it actually even, we found, we did a study on the two. We did a study on Tri-Synergizer. We did a study on these two. We have activation, we have science. And the science speaks for itself. And the science says that this actually upregulates what's called fibroblast cells to help your body with its immune response and its response to stress. Amen, right? This is our #1 selling stack right now, but there is a new one coming. We're going to talk about it. We all love before and afters. I needed to make sure you saw before and after. The big thing I want to point out here with this collagen is it's changing the elasticity in people's skin. Whether it's you pinching your hand, whether it's you looking at the texture of your legs, spider veins, some people look like they have an eye lift because it was changing the texture and elasticity of their skin. Great, great duo. So this is where it gets so juicy. This is why you're here. This is why Taryn is so excited. LifeVantage, being publicly traded, being debt-free. Our CEO for the last 3 years has been wondering, could we acquire another company to bring in more voices to enhance what we have at LifeVantage, to increase our numbers and increase just what we have, right? Getting the message out there with LifeVantage, putting it higher into that network marketing sphere, giving it a glow up, like Taryn has said. And just this year, we finally found the right company. Now, what happens is before he wanted to blend with a new company, they had to have products that aligned with ours. They had to be an activator. They had to be clean. They had to have the same standards that we do. LoveBiome had that. LoveBiome, the CEO is Kelly Olson, and their flagship product is called P84. Now, P84 was created because Kelly Olson's wife, when he would open their pantry, there were supplements, vitamins, powders, drinks, you name it, everywhere. Some were used, some weren't, some were half used. And he would look at it and he's like, there has to be a better way. And this is the better way. This is his masterpiece, as he calls it. You guys, this activates 14 gut peptides. 14 peptides. How many people do you know are talking about peptides? They think they know what they mean, but they're not sure, but they're getting it from an outside source or they're injecting it. Your body's not making it when you're doing that. This is allowing your body to make and activate 14 peptides. Now, we don't even know yet what it does with Protandim, but those studies are happening right now, real time. And I can't even wait to see how many more are activated when you put it with Protandim Nerve 2, our flagship product. So right now we know if you take P84, you're going to make 14 gut peptides. And did you know your gut is 30 feet long? Don't ask me how God put that into our body, but he did. And this system is there to help with that. Okay. So again, we're going beyond supplementation, the right ingredients in the right amounts. That's what we stand for here. So this happened like June. These conversations happened with LoveBiome. And now all of a sudden we're testing the product. We're finding out it's in alignment with what we do. We're like, okay, let's make this happen. It's literally coming together this weekend. November 1st and 2nd, all of their company is becoming a part of our system. We will all become a part of LifeVantage. And that is why so many people are having Zooms tonight. You have all of these new voices. And you know what's crazy is I heard it on one of the Zooms today. Many of the LoveBiome people, once upon a time, like 14, 15 years ago, they were introduced to Protandim Nerve 2, took it for a couple months, and nobody really told them what it was doing in their body and stopped. And now they are able to come back full circle to this story. It is so cool. So P84, it regulates your gut, it repairs your gut, and it restores your gut. Okay. When your gut can have the right environment, you're going to absorb the nutrients you need. When you can repair your gut, if you live in the US of A, you do not have a healthy gut. We just are not, we don't have the sources we need to keep our gut healthy. It needs extra help. And with P84, you're literally getting 10 products in one. You're getting a probiotic, a postbiotic, a prebiotic, digestive enzymes, blues, purples, oranges, yellows, reds, greens, all of those are in this. The rainbow of fruits and veggies that we could not possibly get in a day, or maybe don't even want to try to get, are in this system. You literally put them together, Phytopower 1 and Phytopower 2. I'm just drinking them straight up in water, and it is the first thing I do every single morning. This stuff is magical. Like eating now and not having a belly bloat. I don't know how this is happening, but it's happening. And just people on our team that have had gut issues most of their life now suddenly feeling like they're really getting their life back. There are people that are shedding excessive like toxins, inflammation. They're seeing it in their hands, their feet, in their waist, in how their clothes fit, in their mental health. My husband has had gut issues his entire life because of all the medications that he was on and is no longer on. And he said to me in this past week, he's like, I have had the best poops of my life. That's so important. It's never been regular for him, and this has allowed him to have that regularity. I really believe with all my heart, from like the top of my head to the bottom of my toes, I'm telling you, this will be our new #1 selling stack. And our approach on this is giving you the offense and the defense. The offense is restoring communication, keeping your systems agile and strong with the gut. And then the defense is protecting your cells from the hits that life throws your way. The offense and the defense with Protandim and our P84, and we're calling it the Healthy Edge Stack. This is just a before and after that I thought was phenomenal. Now, this did not happen overnight for her, right? This started with her getting control of her life, being introduced to P84, even another product before that. She's been with the CEO of LoveBiome previously, and she told him, if you ever leave and you go somewhere else, keep me in the loop, because she trusted and respected him so much, and she followed him over to LoveBiome. And now she is here with us in LifeVantage and has the most phenomenal story of how she literally got her life back. And you can see how her gut health being better, how it enhanced her life. Okay, so when we look at LifeVantage as a company, we're going to round it out here. I'm telling you, I believe with all my heart, we truly are leading the way. We were the first company to bring about activation. We are a baby apple. Our Protandim product has really kept us steady at like that $215 million a year mark. Like, it's kept us so steady. It's amazing how sticky that product is. And now it's time that we raise the level of what LifeVantage can become. And I believe LoveBiome is everything that LifeVantage deserved, and LifeVantage is everything LoveBiome deserved. But now we'll be one as LifeVantage. Again, completely debt-free, headquartered in Utah. I will go through our comp plan as simplistically as I can. You know who to ask for questions, and we'll keep it open for questions at the end of this, and we'll keep recording in case that helps you as well. But we have different ways that you can make money in this business. When you become a consultant, you have your replicated site, you have a free app, and you have community. Please understand, like, as Taryn invited you to take a look at this, or whomever shows you this recording, they are not the ones doing the presentation. They get to have me come in. I'm the third party validator. That's the way we like to do business at LifeVantage. You don't become an entrepreneur and then we don't want you to go off and be on your own. We want to help you every step of the way. We want to empower you to get to this place. But until you're ready, you have us to help you. The community and the culture is so special here. And I just want to remind you too, like when we look at the products that LifeVantage has, we're talking about anti-aging, cellular health. We're talking about weight loss, hair care, skin care, pet care, immune system, energy. We're in all of those categories, and now we're in that gut space with a bang. None of those, none of those areas are ever going to go out of style. They will be around for a very long time, people wanting and needing things to help them in those spaces, and we have solutions for that. And now with our P84, our Healthy Edge stack, P84 with Protandim, you can see that the gut space is rapidly growing. It's 14.4 billion today, and it's going to be 32.4 billion by 2035. I would like a piece of that, please. So if you are looking at, we give people options, right? We have a huge customer base, about a 70% customer base. And then we have our consultants. And as customers, like I said, we always put our products together into stacks that are going to give you a solution in certain areas of your health. And those stacks will offer you discounts as well. So when we put the products together, you're getting a discount there. When you look at the prices here, the prices on the left are consultant pricing. The prices on the right are the subscription pricing. So I've got the Healthy Edge here, Tri-Synergizer, and then our Healthy Glow, the three that I went over. When we look at becoming a business partner, becoming a consultant with LifeVantage, there's a lot of business packs that you can get started with. There's about 11 options right now, probably too many to be honest, but whatever option you choose, 80% of that is product. We want you to get product, get off to the races, create your own story, but know in the meantime, there's plenty of stories that you can use. And then the rest is just your start kit, getting the compensation guide, getting your website, getting the app, all of those things. But the really big special we have right now, happening right now, even though P84 is not available to the public until November 4th, if you were to become a new consultant and business builder with LifeVantage now, you're going to get it sooner. You can get the P84 system and Protandim. It's going to come from two different warehouses right now. That won't be that way forever, but you can get started on that right now for only $250. $250, you're going to get all of it. Now you're a consultant. Now, however you want to build is how you're going to be able to build, and we'll help you with whatever area that you take. So here's a few things, few ways that you can get paid that I want to tell you about. First off is a customer sales profit, okay? So this is the minute you sell a product to someone, you are going to get paid the difference between what you spend as a consultant and what the customer pays. So if a customer pays retail for something, let's say for instance here the purchase price is $100, your price is 20% less off retail as a consultant, you're going to make that $20. That's super cool. If they pay subscription, you get 10% off subscription price as a consultant. They pay 90 bucks, you pay 80, you're going to get that $10. Okay. That's paid to you weekly. That's the customer sales profit. Then we take those customer sales. This does not include your own order. We take the customer sales and we put them in a bucket for you. This is another way to get paid. Now, this bucket allows someone to build their business just through customers. And if they don't want to build a team, they don't have to. It'll probably happen by default, let's be honest, right? When you're gathering that many customers. But if you solely focus on customer sales, you can make a great income. When we changed our compensation plan over, which was about 3 years ago, we did it because we saw the writing on the wall. We saw companies closing. We saw people going to affiliate marketing. And I'm telling you, the ones that closed and went affiliate, they're not growing. They are not growing. But we are growing because we made that transition at the right time. So this is your customer sales bucket right here. It's called the personal sales bonus. You can see on the left, that's your customer volume. Every product has volume attached to it, has points attached to it. And then for every bonus tier that you move up, you get an extra 5%. So think of it. If you had 4,000 in volume in customer sales, 20% back on that, that's 800 bucks. But on top of that, remember, you also get paid every time a customer purchases. You also get that 10% difference if they bought subscription. So in reality, you're getting 30% back, $1,200 on that 4,000. That alone is a life-changing check for people, okay? 2 ways to get paid we've covered so far. Then we want to get people started in the right way as soon as they get started. So when a new consultant comes in, you have a launch period. Your launch period is the month you came on and also your 3 extra full months. And what we're basically doing is we are rewarding your enroller as well as you in this launch period, okay? You can make extra bonuses in this launch period, and so does your enroller. So the purpose of this is for your enroller to really lock in and help you start making money quickly. And the sooner they start helping you make money and get customers enrolled, the more money that they can make alongside you. And this launch period, I'm telling you, it's really set because when you become a consultant, you get coupons right away. You're going to get 3 customer coupons and you're going to get 3 consultant coupons. They're 10% off. The customer coupons are good for 7 days. And that's for a reason, right? People that make money quickly, they stick around. And we just want to help you like dig in, work past the fear, and do it the right way and just get your business in motion. Get your money back as quickly as possible. Get back that $250 you spent on the Healthy Edge stack. So that's your launch period. And in that launch period, if we help you hit the rank of SC1, SC1 is Senior Consultant 1, which equates to 2,000 in customer volume or team volume. It's just your volume, okay? If we help you get there, on top of that, you can get an extra 150 bonus as well, okay? So many different ways to get paid. Now, also, if you choose to build a team, there's what's called a leadership match bonus. This is one of my favorites because this bonus, when you look at this right here, it's going to look like it's levels, right? But you can see the word generation. So it's not necessarily level, it's generations. So for instance, if you look, it says your generation 1. So when you as a consultant hit a certain rank in the company, it's called MC2. When you hit that rank, you open the door to this bonus. This bonus means it's going to incentivize you to dig down into your organization. They could be on your 100th level, okay? And if you help someone on your 100th level get to the rank of Managing Consultant 1, that's 10,000 in volume every month. If you help them, you're going to get paid on that. It doesn't matter where they are. And for every generation in your business that you help, as you move up in rank, your bonus and your percentage that you get paid on that person moves up. You can see it goes from 7% up to 20%. 20%, okay? On 10,000 volume. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. And again, it's just put in place so that we don't have people coming into our company enrolling one blue M&M and then they just sit back and do nothing. This is to really get people, again, working and helping people in their business no matter where they're at. This is a very, very special bonus, and it can add up to a lot of money. And then we have on the right, this is the leadership match again on the left. And then lastly, the leadership pool. This leadership pool is based off of our executive ranks. So our first executive rank is EC1. It starts at 80,000 in volume. When you get there, the company is going to incentivize you another way to get paid. And they're incentivizing you with global sales. So all new global sales that comes in, you get a piece of that pie. And the higher in rank you get, the more you get. And the average leadership pool check right now is another, I think Sean said, like another $1,300. Okay. And then once you move up in rank, I mean, it gets bananas. So everything that I just showed you, these are extra ways you get paid. Because on top of that, the 15th of every month, you're getting your leverage check. And your leverage check is on your volume as an organization. You, your customers, your team, their customers, their orders, their team, their customers, their orders. Okay. Now, as a new consultant as well, every year there's a $50 renewal fee. And that's just really kind of a gut check to see who wants to continue to be a consultant and who doesn't, right? Consultants can always downgrade to customers as well. But every year there'll be that $50 renewal fee. So if my anniversary is today, my renewal fee will be due a month from today. You get a month to prepare for that and know that it's coming, which is great. Also, the last thing I want to say to you, because I don't want to confuse anybody, but you do not have to have your own personal order every month, okay? There's no quota. The only time that you might be expected to have your own subscription every month is if you choose to run after an incentive. And there are always incentive trips in motion. They just closed a Mexico one. There's also a Thailand one in motion right now. We don't know what's coming next year. But if you choose to run after those, they want to make sure you're using the products and you have skin in the game. They want to see that you have a monthly subscription. That monthly subscription can be a hand cream. There's no quota on that, okay? Other than that, any volume that is required for you to move up in ranks can all come from customers. It does not have to come from your personal order, okay? This is our income disclosure statement. You can see in the middle, you can take a screenshot of this. Being publicly traded, we can show you these numbers, but you'll see the average monthly commissions that are paid on each rank that are in the business. And what I love so much is like we have the top ranks, the presidentials in our back pocket. Why? Because we're still a baby apple and our culture is so tight knit. Like we have those people right in our back pocket, ready to go for bat for us, jump on a Zoom, go to work with us. Like they're just so accessible to you to share their stories and help LifeVantage get to where it needs to go. And then lastly, I just want you to know too, we have insurance. And I think this insurance alone shows how sticky and how serious we are in sticking around in this network marketing space and making our name known. I have this insurance through LifeVantage and it's phenomenal. Okay. They have dental, they have vision. I have a family of 4. I pay $1,200 a month for the medical, the dental, and the vision. And there's even like supplemental when it comes to like chiropractic care, functional medicine, things like that. So really, really amazing insurance that's available to you. So I am going to stop my share and I'm going to see if Taryn, there's anything else you want me to highlight or if there's any questions.
I think you kind of covered it all. And, I think for anyone that's listening now or still hanging on, which, hi, Melissa, and we have a Google Pixel. I don't know who that is, but hello. We're going to make sure that you guys get the recording if you missed the beginning of it. When it comes down to it, I really just want to emphasize the different feel this company has and how they take care of their people. I know we've all maybe had an experience in one or another, and it's literally as simple as like being an affiliate even, and that's why this compensation plan made so much sense. That's why I wanted to tell you guys about it, because we've all been jaded, Melissa, especially you and I, with our companies blowing up and going to an affiliate and losing businesses overnight and lots of money overnight, livelihoods, people freaking out like now what's next, and then just going, this is a stupid industry. I never, I'm burnt from it. So recognizing that they saw the trends in affiliate marketing shifts in companies and they got ahead of that and said, we're going to do our whole our compensation structure over. And that was like 3 and some years ago. And I've never been more impressed and never rank advanced. I will tell you, I've never rank advanced as fast as I have in this organization than I in anything before this.
And
So
you didn't know it.
I didn't know it. And that was like probably the best blessing. And so I was telling Tanya was texting me like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know you just earned a trip? Do you know that? I was like, no, I don't. And I didn't care about that. I didn't care. I truly felt that that God had placed me here as a vessel because these tools were helping people. And I see it every day in my loved ones. I see it in myself. I see it in the stories and stories and stories and stories. Oh my God. And the stories that are coming out from this weekend of the people we met on P84, I am stoked. And who gets stoked over product? I don't. But this, in the way it's changing the trajectory of people's health, and just, I mean, we can go on and on about the stories, but I wanted to make sure if there was anyone that had a question, leverage Tanya, her knowledge. She's got so much to give, but also it's your evening, and we wanted to make sure we honored that. So you're welcome to put it in the chat. You're welcome to unmute yourself and ask questions, or you're welcome to say, peace out. That was great. Thanks, Taryn. I can't wait to sign up. That too.
Peace out. Anybody have a question?
Karen, one thing you and I have chatted about a lot of stuff and how so many people in my life do not believe in, direct sell, network marketing, you name it. There's so many names around it. Their comment is, if it's a legit product, if it's something that can be sold, why would you just not sell it retail? And it's frustrating. And I mean, so many people in my life believe this, like majority of people. How do you get around that way of thinking? How do you explain that? Because I've had little one-off conversations with people. I mean, back in the day, I was drinking Arbonne greens, and a girl at work just destroyed me on, I would never sell that. It's such a ripoff. If it can't be a product on the shelves, why? So that's one of the big things I get pushback on. Like, how do you address that with someone when they come at you with that?
Christy, I just want to say, like, network marketing was ahead of its time because every company right now, most companies, who are they using to market their products? They're using people. They're using the voices of the stay-at-home mom, the stay-at-home dad. Like, they're using the voices of whomever they can to talk about their product because they saw that that's what works. There is trust in the average Joe, the average Jill, talking about something they love, and people at the right time saying, oh, I'm going to purchase from them. The missing piece there is the leveraged income, right? So with network marketing, when you get to represent the right products and people use them month after month, you get to create a sustainable leveraged income out of it. But that's what I would say, what I'm seeing is network marketing was ahead of its time, because most companies I know now, they're using influencers. They're using people like you and me to grab people and get us to buy. And I don't know if those products are always legit. And a network marketing company will not stick around if it does not have a good, sustainable, lasting, sticky product. They just don't stick.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense.
And I think it was evident too in that Protandim was in retail. It was in supplement stores, and it didn't sell because nobody really knew about it because of this blue bottle that was on the shelf next to a vitamin C, B vitamins, and like nobody was like, oh, it's Protandim. It's the voices, it's the stories, it's the experiences, and the way you feel when somebody shares it with you, all right, bye, Melissa. So that's the whole big difference in retail, is that that's just, you're relying on a package on a shelf that does not have a story behind it, aside from hoping the aesthetics of the package is going to sell the product first.
Okay, that makes sense. And then I guess my next question is, so Taryn, because of the conversations I had, I have 2 friends on the semaglutide shot, and I have other friends that can't afford things and they won't put money into it. That's like one group, that's the second group. And then the third group is my sister-in-law, her friends. They're very much so into holistic nutrition. they don't take any supplements and they're dead set against supplements. It's all what you eat, what you drink, working out, like, because they know, my sister-in-law knows that I was on the MB system, all of that stuff. And I talked to my brother a little bit last year about it, but they are dead set on, like, they don't even drink. My brother does, but my sister-in-law will not touch protein powders, nothing like that. So it's either I'm on my shot and it's a quick fix and they won't hear anything else. It's I don't have the money to, or it is I'm just not going to do this. I'm going to do it the natural way. What's the feedback on that? What would I don't know. I mean, I've spent a lot of money on products, and they would probably be horrified with how much I spent. But honestly, I just went back on the MB core, because I was having issues going to the bathroom, and it
Mhm.
seriously made me so much more regular. And I had gone off the deep end during the summertime and kind of ate a little too much and whatnot. But I have been on it since I think October the 6th, and I do feel better already. But it's like, I don't know how to communicate that. And Taryn, you and I've chatted a little bit about this. Either we reach out, like you text the group and he doesn't respond, or there's girls that just I don't want to be on a group text. I don't want to spend the money on it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I really think, Christy, like if if for a fact that those people are in the categories that they are, I think it just comes down to like you going, I'm gonna prove them all wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would use that as your ammunition to just do the thing you want to do and drown out the voices, because I would hate for you to hold back from doing something that you believe you're supposed to do because you are worried about what other people think. Like that's not how we're supposed to live our life, right? So what I would do is I would just go about my business. I would go about my posting. I would share amazing stories. I would share how I'm excited. I would share my new business pack, and I wouldn't tell them a thing. I would just let them watch. I would just let them watch, and I would focus on everybody else outside of that. I would focus on getting in new groups, getting in a Bible study. Who else do I know on Facebook that I haven't even thought of? Who else do I know in general that I probably haven't thought of? That's in my phone that I haven't thought of, that I could just let them know that I'm launching something new and I thought of them because
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I would literally just show them and not tell them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're
Definitely
welcome.
think about.
And another thing to think about, just because I know you've shared this with the unknown of your job and maybe the others that you're surrounded in, like this is plan B,
Yeah.
like we can't necessarily we can't rely on anything, like we don't know that LifeVantage is going to be around, in a week. We do, but we just don't know anything. So having a plan B, having diversity and leveraged income is always a really great fallback. And for some, it is their only source of income. And how rad is that too, to have that financial independence?
True. True.
Yeah.
That's a selling point for me too. And something too, like we've talked about, like I'm just trying to figure out purpose in life, especially with the way my company's going. I'm like, do I want to do this forever? I'm getting burnt out of it. I don't find joy in it.
Mhm.
So I was just telling someone the other day, I was like, I want to study up more on this, because as I've now gone to the doctor today, I haven't been to the doctor in years. So I want to start feeling better, and life has changed for me. So it's definitely been on the, forefront of my mind to pursue this further.
I think you got it. I think you got too much noise. Like Tanya said, quiet the noise and just blinders on, do your thing and do it with authenticity that you only know.
Okay.
Forget people are going to hate, and then they're going to be like, oh, how many stories did we hear this weekend, Tanya and Sherry, of people going, I was the no for years, like 7 years, someone said no even. They're just, they doubt themselves. And so they deflect that on you,
Right. Yeah.
unfortunately.
No, very much.
Christy, if I could be so blunt, like I think you know what you should do. I think you know what you want to do. I just really like
It's fear.
I want you to stop wasting time letting other people decide what's best for you and what's not. You decide that. You
Right.
decide that. And when you do, you're going to be so happy. We're cool. We're so fun. Like you're gonna love being around us. We've got you. We're gonna hold you up. Like we've got you. Do you know how many books are written in network marketing that talk about getting through your family first because they are the toughest ones to get through? Like there are books written about that because it's a fact that they are your toughest critics. Like ask them, get it over with, and then let them watch.
And
I
I
like it.
could just practice on them, like, fine, I get it. This is not for you. Could you just give me the gift to let me practice on you, and just that's it, like I'm not expecting anything on you. Just let me practice the words, my confidence, and I just ask you to support
Hi,
that,
Sherry.
and that's it.
No, thank you.
Oh, bye, Sherry.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad that you were here and I'm glad you asked the questions, Christy, because I know that, a lot of people have the same ones. So, I think, like Tanya said, being super clear and blunt, and, you and I've had these very same conversations. It's just kind of diminishing the limitation that you have over yourself and then just taking the plunge. I mean, what do you have to lose? You've spent enough on the product. You know what it's like. You've been on it for a year. Like what if somebody you came across with in the elevator, at the store, in the library, in your Bible study is like their stomach is in knots because they are so bothered by food, environment, PCOS, whatever, like, oh gosh, and we go through all of that. So I won't drag on all that, but
Yeah.
I just want to respect your night and Tanya's, and Carrie popped on. So we're glad that you're here too, Carrie. But Tanya, thank you. Thank you for your time and your knowledge and your just wisdom and joy. You just deliver everything with just such positivity. So I'm so grateful for you for taking the time out of your night to do this.
Yeah, that was fun. I loved it. Business, baby.
You do, you do. Vegas, yes, we have Vegas in April. So all the things. But anyways, you guys, thank you. If you've got any questions, a shred of concern, or just limitations, hesitations, reach out to me or anyone that passes this on to you. Talk to them. Be fully vulnerable and open-hearted, and I think you'll surprise yourself. So with that, we'll say goodnight. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Love you, Christy.
Love
Thanks.
you.
Tanya.